Hey everybody, it's Driver's Ed, y'all. Today I'm going to do another video of the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks line, 1/64 scale. This may be the last case of the year, Case M. As most of you know, this line consists of 50 trucks in the singles packs, and pretty much all of them have now been released with this case. I'll get to that conversation in a minute, but apparently there's one truck that's missing, if I counted correctly. So yeah, at least 49 out of the 50 trucks have now been released with Case M. So here's the back of the card for Case M. The 3 brand new trucks are on top. And then you got the bottom row, Psychedelic and B8 Bomber were released in 2018 in the first 2 cases, A and B. Then you got the 6 Stuff Shark Reek re-release from 2019, and then the Bigfoot again, which we've seen the Bigfoot many times before. Probably, I don't know, at least 6 cases this year. So this is kind of like the Gravedigger of Hot Wheels Monster Trucks line. So the new trucks being Motosaurus, another Motosaurus, unfortunately. This truck is called Demo Derby, which is from the Demo Derby line. Most people thought it was called Town Hauler. There was actually a back of the card that named this Town Hauler. It was on a Hot Wheels Team Racing #1. So if you have that truck, if you got it for 2019, Hot Wheels Team Racing #1, the white trophy truck body, on the back of the card, it shows this as Town Hauler. It has the same picture of the Demo Derby truck, but Town Hauler. So, but I guess they decided to change the name just to Demo Derby. And then obviously SpongeBob SquarePants. So interesting choice. So Case M, these are the 3 new trucks. There were actually 2 other trucks released in Case M, which I'll show you in a second. They're not considered part of the main 50 truck line, so they're kind of like a subset, but they were part of this case. I will tell you that for sure. Luckily I found this at one of my Walmarts. So yeah, in my area it was just released. So to show the first truck, the first brand new truck, Motosaurus. Again, when I did the review of the first Motosaurus that was released for the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks line, I did mention that this was one of my least favorite castings. Obviously this came from a Hot Wheels car, this cast, and they just upscaled it into a monster truck, so made it bigger. So yeah, in that video, if you see me review this from the original case that this came out of, you'll probably hear me mention that I hope they don't ever release this again. But yeah, they released it again in a different color scheme. You got the forest green roll cage. It would have been cooler if the roll cage matched the spikes. You got the rims orange, and the main body color is orange. I say overall, I do like this color scheme better than the original, so that is a plus. But I still do not like the Motosaurus cast, so I think of this as a waste of one of the 50 trucks. Or will I say 35 trucks? I'll get to that in a second, but I really think this year in singles packs there was only 35 trucks released, or 34. Again, we'll get to that one truck that is still missing, or at least I think is missing, unless I counted incorrectly. The next truck I'll get to is one of my favorite trucks released. This is really one of my favorite from this 2019 line. I will hopefully do a top 10 soon of my top 10 Hot Wheels monster trucks for 2019. But yeah, this will definitely be in the top 10 for sure. The reason I like this is because I did see Hot Wheels Monster Trucks live tour back in January. So the first month that they ever did the tour, I saw it back in January. I saw this crazy looking SUV truck with the spray paint on the tires. And I believe that was before any of the Demo Derby trucks came out, I believe. So the first Demo Derby truck that came out was the Torque Terror. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they did that before this came out. Maybe not, but So anyway, when I saw this truck, I was like, why do they have spray paint on the tires? And what is that? So I thought, I had no idea that they were going to replicate that exact truck. This looks pretty close to it. I would say in person, I feel like this color truck on the real truck is a little more orange. On the diecast toy truck, it does appear, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but to me it appears more reddish, especially in daylight. So a little more red tone than an orange. So I think in real life, I believe this truck looks a little more orange for the main color. But really cool truck. Again, Demo Derby trucks are known for having a unique color chassis, interesting roll cage, and then obviously the rims from the front to back are different colors, and then they have the spray paint, so the printing on the tires, again, the front tires printing looks different from the back tires. So out of the Demo Derby trucks, again, Torque Terror was the first. I think Podium, I call this Podium Chaser, but I think it's Podium Crasher. This was the second one released, and then the third one, I really like this, the C10 body. This was Pure Muscle. And then the most recent, before Demo Derby, I'll call it Town Hauler, but before Town Hauler was this Invader. So again, so black chassis, you got a black chassis, orange chassis, and then the first one released was a blue chassis, so that was very unique. This one has the yellow chassis, so very unique. And obviously the reason I really do like this truck is because it is a real truck. I saw it live, and at that Hot Wheels Monster Trucks live show I saw, the nicest looking trucks were honestly this and probably V8 Bomber and even Hot Wheels Racing 1. Those were probably the three best looking trucks as far as trucks. I mean, the Bigfoot looked nice too. The Bigfoot was more of a trophy truck. It was a trophy truck body, similar to the Hot Wheels Racing 1, the white truck. So it is not like the classic Bigfoot, which was released in the 2019 line for the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks. So those are Demo Derbies, just to get that out of the way. Again, this is definitely one of my favorite on the year for the whole series. And then the third truck on the back of the card for the singles pack of the 50. SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah, I didn't know what to think of this one. Luckily, I knew this was coming out. So probably about a week, sorry, didn't mean to use that finger. Probably about a week before I saw this or found this in Walmart, I actually saw this in one of my Myers. So this production code, L04. It's right there, L04. So that's actually from last year. This is over a year old. The production codes on these are M20. So these are over a year newer. So these are a year and, 12 months? So, sorry, 12 weeks. So about 3 months. So this is about a year and 3 months newer than this. But I found this at my Meijer. So I knew this was coming out in the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks. So that's the only reason I picked this up, just to compare it head to head. This is the character car SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm going to open it now just to compare it. As most of you know, when I do have character cars, I do like to compare it to the Monster Truck version. Let me try to use my right hand on this as well. The big thing I noticed is on the Monster Truck version, all these light blue color pieces on the character car, they are like a royal blue instead of a light blue. And that is the main difference. As far as the shape, I believe the shape of the truck is pretty similar. It's just scaled up to be a bigger size. You got the front windows similar. You have the front, like, I guess, this was kind of after my time. I wasn't a kid when SpongeBob came out, so I didn't really watch it, but I'm guessing SpongeBob has buck teeth, and it looks like the buck teeth are in the front. Similar. It looks like the headlights on the Monster Truck are red, whereas on the character car they are like a silvery color. So other than that, I mean, it is a pretty close match. I mean, it's just a scaled up, rendering. I will say the window looks to be tinted on this one. So this window, it's hard to tell. It isn't the brightest right now, brightest outside, so not a lot of daylight, but I believe this tint is more of like a blue, like a light blue tint. And on the actual character car, well, you know what? I think the character car does have a slight tint too on the windows. Slight light blue tint. This is a little more light blue tint. You can probably see it right there. So, yeah, I guess the windows aren't too dissimilar. They're both slightly blue tinted. They do have this spoiler looking thing that looks like made out of bamboo raft type thing. So, I guess like SpongeBob SquarePants, I think, is an underwater character. So like a bamboo type underwater type theme. So very close to the very close to the character car. But for $4, these are both of these trucks were around $4. This is a much better deal. I actually do like this truck as a truck. I think it looks it's a pretty solid truck. If there is any more sign-up series, if anybody's doing a sign-up series with this truck, I will probably pick this truck. I think it might be a good one. It's a very boxy shape. Might be a good one to pick. So yeah, I do not dislike this, even though I never really watched SpongeBob. I do like this truck. So that being said, that is case M. There is 49, if I counted correctly, 49 out of 50 trucks released. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I did not see every truck is numbered. For instance, this Demo Derby says 47 out of 50. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not believe there's a number 42. So what truck is number 42? If anybody knows, if I looked over a certain truck, let me know if you found a truck that's number 42 in the line. Please let me know in the comments. But I do not believe there was a truck 42 released. I have seen photos of another Bigfoot that might have some orange detailing rather than just being a complete blue truck. I think it's the same cast as the original Bigfoot. It just has some blue detailing. I think I saw a photo. I'm not sure if it was Lego Fan 506 or what, but someone showed a photo of that. And so maybe that's truck number 42 and that has not been released yet. I do not know. But that would be my guess. So the rest of the 50 trucks have been released. What I will say from the initial 2018 trucks, the two cases A and B, the first case A, the V8 Bomber was not released right away. So I really felt like this truck was going to be a hard one to find. But come now 2019, halfway through 2019, they did release this again in 2019. So this is not the rare truck from 2018. Basically, out of the 50 trucks in singles packs, 15 of them have already been released in 2018. So 16 were released in 2018 in singles packs. 14 out of the 16 from 2018 have been re-released as a numbered truck in 2019. The only two that were not re-released in 2019 from case 1, or case A, sorry, Stars and Stripes. So this, I would say, is probably one of the more rare trucks because this was only released in 2018, not re-released in 2019. Stars and Stripes from case A. All the other 7 trucks, including V8 Bomber, were re-released in 2019. Case B, the only truck, believe it or not re-released was the Hot Weiler, the regular standard looking like a Rottweiler coloring. The Hot Weiler was not re-released in 2019. There's a lot of other Hot Weilers out there, so this one may be the most rare Hot Weiler. So I would say Hot Weiler, Stars and Stripes, those are probably the most rare trucks from 2018 line. So out of the 50 trucks, I said 15 were re-released from 2018, but I just now said that only 14 trucks, 14 out of the 16. So what was the 15th truck? It was from the doubles pack from 2018, the Leopard Shark. So this was already released in a doubles pack in 2018. It was re-released in 2019. So therefore, only 35 brand new trucks in singles pack for Hot Wheels Monster Trucks line. Now, case M. Case M does include these two trucks. I include these even though they're not numbered. Chewbacca. These are character cars. Darth Vader, so they're not numbered in the line. And even on the back, all it shows is Darth Vader and Chewbacca. These are part of the case. So when your store gets the Case M, these trucks are part of them. So I include these in Case M, and that's why I'm reviewing them in this case. You know, I'm glad to get these. These are character cars. We do have a Darth Vader character car. I couldn't find it for this video, but it does. The body looks very similar. Now, I can't tell you if this is a scaled up version or if the car is the same size. I will say that the Darth Vader car, I believe, is bigger than a normal Hot Wheels car. So this may be the same size as the character car for Hot Wheels, just the regular Hot Wheels character car line. This monster truck may be the same size. And Chewbacca, they did make a character car like Chewbacca. I believe this is scaled up though. But I believe scaling up a truck is not too hard to do. You got the basic, you know, dimensions and the you know, basically, you know, how they're supposed to, the dimensions vary between each other. So I believe scaling it up, you know, you just scale up the dimensions in the same proportion. And I believe it's not too hard to do. So here's the Darth Vader. I'll just show this first. I do like this. Normally, I mean, if this wasn't, I mean, this would be a lot cooler if it was not already a character car. For me, this is a bit lazy. I'll be honest. This is a bit lazy. I think Hot Wheels, this is a bit lazy just to have a, I mean, people will buy this for sure, but just to have a character car that they already had and then just throw it out there and just make it a monster truck. Nothing really special. I mean, it's got the red roll cage, which makes sense for Darth Vader. Just a normal chassis. And then, you know, I like the rim choice, black. It could have been all black rims. That would have been nice, but they decided to go with the shiny red bead locks, which is fine. So Darth Vader, one of two, I'll say. I think they might be re-releasing more of these Star Wars trucks. If you know the Star Wars character cars line, they have a lot of character cars. I will say the Stormtrooper, I would look for the Stormtrooper. I think that would be cool. If the Monster Trucks line does it, they need to have a white roll cage, and if possible, do a white chassis. That would be really cool. Kind of like this, I think the Zebra, the Wild Streak, I think had like a white chassis, I believe. Something like that. So if you do the Stormtrooper, make it all white. That would be awesome. Do the black rims, black tires. That would be cool. So Chewbacca is the next one. I'll just call this two of two so far that's released for the Star Wars line. Okay, I take that back. SpongeBob, I will replace you with Chewbacca. So if there's a sign-up series and there's a Chewbacca in it, and SpongeBob, I will replace it with. I will definitely pick Chewbacca. This is a hefty truck. This feels solid. Oh yeah. This feels way more solid than the SpongeBob. So you know what? I never had this character car. I believe we had that. I couldn't find it for this video, but I never did have this Chewbacca character car. I will say this is a really cool truck. So this one I would pick up anyways. The Darth Vader, again, I'd say it's kind of lazy. Even though this has been done in a character car, I really do like this truck. So I'm glad to add this to the class. I'm glad to have both of them, but definitely Chewbacca I think is the better truck. Really detailed for roughly $4. This is a really cool monster truck to pick up. So it's pretty cool. I like the roll cage. The roll cage is great color. Normal chrome chassis. You got the gray, looks like the gray rims. Very cool truck. So yeah, Case M overall, 5 brand new trucks overall. Where is it? Okay, Town Hauler, and then you got the Saurus. So 5 brand new trucks. Out of the 5 of them, I do like the Demo Derby, Chewbacca. Those are 2 of my favorite. The SpongeBob I think is pretty cool as well. So yeah, a great case to end with. Please let me know in the comments if you know what truck number 42 is. If I overlooked something, let me know. But I believe this is possibly the last case for 2019. There may be one more that has truck 42, which Hopefully it is another Bigfoot. I hope so. But I hope eventually they will make a Bigfoot trophy truck body, just like they have on the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Tour. That would be my #1 ask. So hopefully they will make that eventually. If not 2019, then 2020, if they still have the Bigfoot contract. So anyway, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these trucks. Again, let me know if you know what number 42 is for this line. And, please like and subscribe. And as always, have a good week and rock on.